My name is Lauren.
And I'm Sydney, and we're two of the scenic artists here in TAIT. We are working on the Weeknd Stadium Tour for 2022.
Pretty big show we've been working on for the past 8 or 9 weeks. It consists of 17 buildings ranging in size from about 4 feet tall to over 20 feet tall. The smallest buildings in the front are very detailed buildings, and then as it goes up, they get more and more destroyed.
A big part of this project was the prototyping phase, figuring out how everything was going to fit together to make them work mechanically.
Once we get it, we are putting all of the plywood backing on the frames. We lay it all up in foam. We carve the foam and add detail to that. And then Sydney takes over and starts doing all of the beautiful paint treatments.
The basic paint treatment is starting with the color that we painted the main stage, and then as it moves up, it gradiates from a red into an orange into a yellow, and then we dust it all down to kind of give it that sandy feel that we're going for, and then we glaze it all down to really get into the texture and pop the details that we've carved into it. Yeah, it comes together pretty nicely.
It's a huge collaborative effort throughout the entire shop. It's definitely not all us. We have about 12 buildings right now finished that are ready to go to Rocklitz by this weekend to get integrated, and they're going to start their programming with the buildings that we have.
So today we're at Studio One on the Rocklitz campus. We're on day 4 of load-in for the weekend. For the most part, coming into here, things went up pretty smoothly. Seeing it come together and really getting a sense of the scale really makes you understand how big of a show this is. If you look out at the screen, it takes the full width of the building, and we have an additional 40 feet on either side of the screen to continue, along with the stage. And if you look at the stage behind me, we have a runway that runs into the wall over here, and that's only half the runway. We have to double the runway after this. We still have a lot of buildings to finish and get over here, so we're on track and really hoping that we can get the entire city set up here in the next couple weeks.
I've definitely never seen this building this full myself. Just getting to this point where it's actually built and set up, we're pretty excited about it. Working with TAIT on something this big, it seems almost necessary at this point. I don't think any other shop can deliver the schedule, the organization, all the things to get all the different departments working and intermingled so we can show up, throw this together in a couple days and be ready to start programming and rehearsing.
We've had a really strong back and forth process with Jason Artisan West, who has been overseeing the buildings on a creative aspect with us.
It's kind of a fantasy cityscape that doesn't exist, but also references real cityscapes that's been destroyed and covered with layers of red sand, basically.
All the buildings have lights in them, or they have lasers, or they have smoke, or they have pyro. There's going to be a destruction sequence that happens in the city that's going to be pretty spectacular.
The integration of the artistic vision with the engineering of how they're built, that's all been very collaborative and iterative along the way. You know, I keep knocking on, there's wood in here somewhere. Knocking on wood, it's going very well.
Last night when we started to light the buildings, we were getting audible gasps from the design and production team. We have exceeded everyone's expectations. I really thank everyone who's put in work towards this project. So we go to Philly for rehearsals, which is really nice for us. We're gonna go to Lincoln Financial Field, be there for about another 2 weeks. We're gonna bring our rain gear and our big sun hats and hope the weather stays nice for us.
Hey y'all, I'm Marissa, one of the project managers with the Weeknd Stadium Tour. We're here in the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. We've loaded out of Rocklitz, loaded in here, done several rehearsals, and now we're ready for opening night, which is tonight. We finally were able to put the entire stage together from the main stage all the way down to the mountain stage, which goes from end zone to end zone. We have all of our delay towers in. We got to rig the moon the way that it was originally designed.
So the moon is hung on what's called a catenary line system. Basically, there's a tower on either side of the stage. On one side of the stage, we have a mod winch, which runs its line up over to the center and down to the moon. The cart itself has 3 bottom fans in it to inflate the moon, and then the moon travels with 2 top fans that keeps it inflated as it's up so it doesn't lose any air. With all 5 of those fans, we've gotten our inflation time to about 1 minute and 25 seconds, which is pretty impressive since it's a 30-foot diameter balloon. All this fabric here is actually from NASA to make it look as realistic as possible. Boss loves the moon staying up all show. That's been the motto.
We've had 232 employees flock to this job over the past several months. Truly, we would not be here without y'all, and everyone has just expressed nothing but excitement, both for our gear and the production itself, and so we're really looking forward to an amazing opening show.